Every couple of years, there's an industry that pops up that makes a group of clueless and low IQ people millionaires. The reason these industries make millionaires is because people get into it at the right time, right before it's about to blow up, so obviously they reap the benefits of that. It's kind of like in the 2000s, any single person that bought a house is most likely now a millionaire because the mortgages just went through the roof. Despite them knowing anything about that industry, the fact that they just put money down on a mortgage made them $1 million. So about 20 years ago was real estate. About 10 years ago was the whole crypto NFT space. Literally anyone could have gotten rich if they bought Bitcoin or anything like that. And now there is a new one. I literally chat GPT'd what are the highest industries that make low IQ people millionaires. Number 3 was real estate, number 2 was crypto, and number 1 is the industry I'm about to tell you guys about. The reason I want to talk about this industry is because I am one of those examples of people that accidentally stumbled into it and then made a shitload of money in the past year, despite being a college dropout and probably having a lower IQ than you watching this video. So the number 1 industry where the dumbest people become millionaires, which I just chat GPT'd, is the entertainment and influencer economy. So you're probably thinking, how do these influencers make money? Where does the money actually come from if you post videos and get a lot of views? And 97% of it is because they create a product or service that they do for their audience. For an example, a fitness influencer post content can literally be as dumb as a rock, but there's going to be a certain amount of people that want to buy a fitness program from them or want to buy a diet program because they want to be like those people. It's the same reason you see all these gurus posting Lamborghinis and stuff like that. They want to sell a course on how to get the life that they live. I live in Miami, Florida, and Miami is damn near run by all these course sellers. So there's so many influencers that ride around in Lamborghinis, sell a course on how they got to that point and make a shitload of money. Yes, there's a lot of stigma behind it. Is it ethical? It just depends on the person selling it. If it's a person selling actual useful advice on like diet guides or fitness guides and it actually helps people, then it's completely good for society. And then obviously there's people that are selling complete scam crypto courses that don't work at all and they're just doing money grabs. Either way, the influencer and entertainment economy is the largest way that dumbest people are getting rich. And so what does that mean for you watching this video? If you aren't dumb, if you are somewhat smart and you get into one of these industries, it's only a matter of time before you make a shitload of money because the barrier to entry is so low. If you are somewhat smart, somewhat educated, somewhat well-spoken, you're gonna make a shitload of money. But obviously not everybody can be influencers, right? Not everybody can pick up the camera and get 1 million views. It's super oversaturated. Everyone is trying to do it. So the method that I did was I became a sales rep for the influencers. What does that technically mean? So using fitness again as an example, let's just say there's a fitness influencer selling a course on fitness, on how to get jacked in 30 days before summer or whatever it is. That dude probably gets a lot of DMs on Instagram or TikTok of people saying, hey, how did you get so shredded? How do I learn from you? How do I get your workout plan? So any product that that fitness influencer has, I'm basically the one in his DMs selling to his audience on behalf of him. Because obviously he's too busy posting content, making TikToks, ideating content. So he needs a sales rep or a couple sales reps to basically sell to his audience. So all you do is you wait for inbound leads to come in, you go through a script, you find some information about them, see what program is going to be the best fit, and then you sell them into it and you get a commission on everything you sell. You get anywhere from 5 to 15% of each deal. So if you sell a $3,000 program, you get anywhere from $150 to $400 per close, depending on the influencer. And you're probably wondering who's buying a $3,000 course? Who's possibly buying that from the influencer? You'd be surprised. I'm gonna pull up this graph right here. This is basically a graph on how much money is currently being spent in the online education space right now. There is so much money being spent. I've personally spent tens of thousands of dollars on courses, and majority of them have been pretty helpful because I chose the right influencers to buy from. There are people spending billions of dollars on these programs, okay? So you guys are probably wondering, how do I get into this? How do I get started? What's like the actual details? So I'm gonna jump to my computer and show you guys everything, an exact blueprint on how you can get started and why I'm even promoting this. Because you're probably wondering, why would this kid want to saturate his own industry if he's making so much money with it? I've been in this industry for so long. I was the #1 sales rep for a lot of big influencers, making up to 30, 35K a month in commissions. So they basically reach out to me saying, hey, Colby, do you have any sales reps that are similar to you that we can put on these offers? So now basically I help them recruit and hire sales reps. If you are from America and somewhat well-spoken, take this video seriously. We might have an opportunity for you to actually make a disgusting amount of money in this industry. So grab a coffee, grab some caffeine, take notes on this video, and I'll walk you guys through every single step on how to get started. All right, so if you're sick of watching dumb, low IQ people make your entire net worth every single month, watch this video, take notes on it, take serious, because I'm literally making you guys free money. If you guys like this style content, please like and subscribe. It helps me a ton, and I'm literally giving you guys free money. So the method I was saying, selling for influencers, is called high ticket sales. It's the #1 skill of 2025, and it's going to be increasing a ton as more influencers pop up every single year. So if you look at some of the biggest names in the space right now, he's a day trader, he's a business guru selling SMMA, Alex Hormozi is a massive business guru as well. What do they all have in common? They all sell something. They all sell high ticket offers, okay? Whether it's mentorship, whether it's a webinar, they all sell something. And every single day, these businesses get inbound leads. Think about how many DMs these guys get on Instagram every single day asking for help for their business or whatever they sell. But here's the problem. These entrepreneurs don't have the time to personally handle handle every single conversation every single day because they're focused on building their brand, making content, doing TikToks, whatever they're doing. They're too focused on actually making money with their business model to talk to all the leads in their DMs. So they're actively losing money by not having sales reps, which is a really, really big key. So this is where high ticket sales reps come in. Setters and closers are the people who take all of those leads and transform the conversations into money on behalf of these influencers. So the influencers get attention. Okay, they post content on social media, they get people to watch their videos. The attention gets converted to the sales reps. The sales reps talk to them on behalf of the influencer, and then they collect their money and they get a commission on everything they sell. So companies are willing to pay top dollar and a lot of commission for the right sales reps if they're talented and can make their company a lot of money. So here's the best part. You don't need to travel anywhere. You don't need prior experience. You don't need a degree because, as I told you guys, there are so many people that need sales reps that they're just letting dumbasses in every single day, and these dumbasses are making a shitload of money. I was one of them. When I first started in this industry, I was able to go from $0 to $10,000 a month in 90 days with zero experience, okay? Obviously, I am a bit of a quick learner and I'm pretty well spoken. That's why I got into that position. But there are a lot of people making a lot of money that are not qualified to do so. So getting into the industry now before everyone finds out about it and gets skilled with it, you're gonna make a shitload of money. All right, so the biggest question you guys probably have is, how do you actually become a sales rep for these people and what skill sets do you need to do this? All right, biggest thing right now, if I was starting completely from scratch, okay? If I was starting completely from scratch and I wanted to make commission checks like this, which I was consistently making $32,000, closing at 72% over the span of 285 calls and collecting $320,000 in a single month. If I was starting completely from scratch and I wanted to collect my first $10,000 again, this is the exact process I would do. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how you can make $8,000 to $10,000 a month jobs without having to fake your experience, spend months building a personal brand, spamming cold outreach, and just doing hoping and praying that someone puts you on their team. It's about positioning yourself like a pro and getting in front of the right people and in front of the right network. There's so many influencers out there, so if you can just position yourself in front of those people and they think you're gonna make the money, there's no reason they're not gonna hire you. Just like Emmanuel, who literally started with zero experience and collected $7.5 thousand not long after learning the thing I'm about to show you guys. And no one else is willing to show you this because they're all trying to sell courses and shit like that. No one's trying to show you the back end of this industry. So just steal this whole thing and take notes on it. So if you clicked on this video, you're probably either completely new to sales or you have a little bit of sales experience, okay? If you do have sales experience and you're completely new, I want you to treat this in the exact same way, okay? But if you're completely new, make sure to check out the other videos on my channel because I break down this industry in a lot more depth as well. So make sure to watch the other videos I have on my channel as well. So number one is you have to find an influencer, right? If you don't even have an influencer you want to work for, you have nobody to reach out to, okay? So you have to, number one, find a make money online niche. So something that's teaching people how to make money online. Alex Hormozi, the guy I showed at the beginning of this video, just talks about how to increase businesses' revenue. He helps people make money. So anyone that helps people make money is obviously selling a course on how to do that. Dropshipping, funding, an agency, trading. Any of these influencers that post content on how to make money are going to be great people to sell for. It's an attractive business model, okay? There's a unique marketing angle. They have pretty good organic traffic, meaning they have a lot of followers on Instagram or YouTube. When I say a lot, I mean like over 5,000. They don't have to have millions. They just have to have a small sort of audience. They have to have some sort of audience, okay? There's an established personal brand. They post content on YouTube, IG. They have a lot of touch points to connect with their audience. So an example of one of these creators is, this is William Brown. He has 80,000 subscribers, so he doesn't have millions of subscribers, and he just talks about how to make money, how to make 10K a month, how do I get people to make me money, how I make $450,000 a month. He just teaches people how to make money. So this guy every day probably gets hundreds of DMs on, hey man, can you help me make money? Can you work with me one-on-one? Because this guy can actually help people make money. So there's a lot of people willing to pay him for his time. So your job as the sales rep is to work for William Brown and sell all of the people that want to buy a mentorship from him. So number one is your frame / aura. So number one, if you're reaching out to these people to be a sales rep, there's so many dumbasses reaching out to this guy to sell for him. There's probably a few other people that are pretty dumb reaching out to sell to him. Okay, so you have to hold your frame. And you don't have to be Marlon or smoke a cigar to do this. You have to assert your frame or aura to make you not look like a beginner. Okay, so you can't look like a beginner or a dumbass. So just genuinely ask yourself, okay, it's really common sense. If you were an influencer with hundreds of thousands of followers, with tens or hundreds of thousands of followers, would you respond to your DM? Would you look at your Instagram and actually hire this guy? You have to ask yourself that question. And if even there's a sliver of no, then you have to switch up your Instagram. Okay, make your Instagram look professional. Make yourself look normal. Don't look like a frat kid drinking 50 beers every single night. Look somewhat professional and not a beginner. First impressions really, really matter. So people judge a book by its cover. That's just human nature in general. So the three platforms that you're gonna need to outreach is gonna be Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Okay, these are the best ways to possibly find a job from scratch. So the untapped methods I'm gonna put you guys on to get these influencers to actually respond to you and get you on their sales team. Because hundreds of students I've seen that watch my free content have used this method to get offers completely for free on their own. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. Number one is Loom outreach, okay? So you can literally send Loom videos, a 1 to 2 minute quick Loom video explaining exactly who you are, what you've done in the past, why you're gonna be a good fit for their sales team, and just showing them that you're well-spoken and available full-time to close leads for them. I have a Loom video example reference you guys can find in my free community, first link in bio if you guys wanna join that. We have a bunch of resources, scripts you guys can use, and just examples on how to do outreach the right way. Send 5 to 25 personalized videos every single day. This might seem like a lot, but at the end of the day, you really have nothing to lose. and more volume equals more results. Now, you just want to get them to open the message. Obviously, a lot of people are going to ghost you, leave you on red and whatnot, but you want them to open the message. So say some sort of good hook, just like going viral on TikTok or Instagram, to get them to open the message and then at least view your Loom, okay? Because you might just get lucky enough, they like your Loom video and you get hired. So a great structure for a Loom video is quick personal introduction, sales experience and story, social proof, traits and background, why now, and a call to action. 4 to 5 minutes max. I would really stick to 1 to 2 minutes because these people don't even know you, nor do they want to give you the time of day. So I would stick to 1 to 2 minutes, but 4 to 5 absolute max. Number 2 is funnel hacking. If you guys don't know what funnel hacking is it's basically going to their website and acting like you're going to buy their mentorship. But when you talk to one of their sales reps, because obviously their sales rep is going to reach out to you because that's their job, you pitch that sales rep, okay? Find the contact info, a phone number, email of someone from the team, so one of the sales reps, and you can do this by saying that you're a qualified buyer, so they reach out to you in hopes of getting commission from you, and then you basically pitch yourself as a sales rep from there. Once again, this is not guaranteed, but you might just get lucky. They might have fired one of their prior sales reps and they need someone new. So if you do this enough times, you might just get lucky enough to get on one of these offers, okay? Method number 2 is meta ads library. So a lot of people run ads on Instagram in order to sell stuff to their audience. For example, Alex Hormozy constantly runs ads to sell his book and to sell his business mentorship. So if you go to meta ads library, you're going to find a lot of creators that are running ads to sell their course or mastermind or program or whatever they sell. So if you can look at all the ads, you can kind of compile a list of creators that are currently selling a course or program to reach out to them. So you just got to get their contact info and reach out using the Loom method and just do volume every single time until someone responds to you. The last method that's untapped is using untapped platforms, okay? Like school, LinkedIn, Twitter. A lot of these people say it's dead, say it doesn't work. But if you're somewhat smart, you can actually figure out a way to do this the right way. 95% of sales reps are reaching out through Instagram, so it can get saturated, but here's how you stand out. Business owners on school, a lot of people sell courses on school, like a low ticket course, and then they upsell to a high ticket, so they need sales reps. So if you reach out on school DMs or just get their contact from school, maybe even buy their low ticket, if it's like $30 a month, buy the first month, and then reach out to them from there to become a closer for them. There's a bunch of different ways to go about it there, but using untapped platforms is a great way to find creators and actually separate yourself from the dumbasses doing all the saturated outreach. So all these are pretty decent methods to get hired, but obviously at the end of the day, you have to get a little bit lucky because if they don't ever see your DM, you're never gonna get hired because they're flooded with leads that are actually trying to buy their program. William Brown, if he ever goes in his DMs, he's gonna be a lot more focused on finding buyers than finding people that wanna be on his sales team. So the best possible way to get hired as a sales rep, which is what I talked about earlier for you guys, is sales groups. So I run a sales group myself, which essentially means that we train you up. We do 6 calls a week. We give you scripts. We give you live calls so you can see every part of the process that you need to do to be successful in this industry. And then when you literally get jobs handed to you, because a lot of these influencers, like I said, I recruit for them now. So they basically text me asking for sales reps. So my entire job is to find well-spoken American people to put onto their offers. That's my whole job. So you don't have to chase after clients or do any outreach at all. You literally get training and jobs placed in your lap. That's all you do. And these are not little boy jobs. These are actual real jobs that make anywhere from 5 to 25K every single month. I'll put some on the screen here. We had 28 influencers today alone hit us up for sales reps, and we don't have enough to fulfill it, okay? So it's a guaranteed job opportunity. So it's called Paid in Full, and although it's one of the biggest sales communities in the space, we literally don't have enough sales reps to fulfill our offers. So we do guaranteed offer placement. As long as you're willing to work at least 2 to 4 hours a day, you're somewhat well-spoken, we have a guaranteed job opportunity for you ready. So if you want to skip all the guesswork, work directly with me one-on-one, get guaranteed job offers, multiple trainings, the exact script that I use to make over 30 to 40K a month in commissions, apply to the second link in my bio. We've helped over 300 people land their first job and quit their 9 to 5, so it's worked time and time again. So as long as you're well-spoken, willing to work hard, apply for Paid in Full down below. And like I said, you guys are probably wondering, why does he want to saturate his own industry? It's because I get paid by the influencers to find them good sales reps. I'm a recruiter full-time, so you guys get a great commission-paying job, the influencer gets a great sales rep, and I get paid by the influencer. Everybody wins, so hopefully that makes sense. But overall, this is the industry that dumbasses are making a ton of money in. I was making over $30,000 to $40,000 in pure commission as a high-ticket closer. You guys can go look at my journey. I track the entire thing on this YouTube, so you can literally see step-by-step of me working with some of the biggest people in the space. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something. Please like and sub for more content on here. All I talk about is high-ticket remote sales and how to make money with it. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in a few days.